Hello there. Great. There's two announcements today. One is, I've had a blank. Oh yes, I'm in the Connacht Tribune today. Sorry, I was like, I'm in the Connacht Tribune today, and tomorrow I'm in the City Tribune. And you can buy the edition of that online, or you can buy it in your local shop. And so it's all about this yoga, the morning yoga, and just my experience and my thinking and why I do it. And so Connacht Tribune today, and then the City Tribune. And if you're from some other country, which a lot of you are, I'll put the link up on Norther's Facebook page, and you can just click on it to buy an online edition. The other thing is, I've worked out what I'm going to do for February. And so February is called Light, and it's called Light Your Candle, more or less. And it's a practice of the heart and of gratitude and of community and connection. And yeah, I'm so looking forward to it. I get really excited about the next one suddenly. So it's, yeah, a heart practice of connection, and we'll be lighting candles and, just kind of offering gratitude. And so great. So today is all about zigzags. And so, as always, if I do 4 repetitions and you just want to do 1, then that's perfect. Stretch your legs out at any stage. Take it easy. Listen to your body. And great. Come. So come lie on your back. Your knees are bent. Your feet are flat on the floor. And then just flatten your lower back down. Arch and breathe into your belly. So as you move from the flattening into the arching, what is there today? Is it very easy? Is there other sensations emerging? And then just sway your knees from side to side. Have your arms out into a T as you sway. And then begin to do the gliding. So draw your right knee up towards your left shoulder. It glides low to the floor and then all the way back, both feet to the floor. And then drop your knees down towards the right and glide the left knee up towards your right shoulder and all the way back. And you're just warming the spine, connecting in, deepening in. So somebody was asking about all the chickens and geese and that they couldn't hear them anymore. And so now at the moment you can start to hear that the cockerel is crowing during the class. And the way back, I think it was the 1st of January, I checked out when we'll be able to go back into the windows, when there's enough light, because at the moment it's just black behind me. So I think mid-February we'll be back in the windows. There'll be enough light for that, which is pretty cool. So all the way back to center. And now bring your arms straight up towards the ceiling. And then draw your right knee up towards your chest. And then try and draw your right knee towards your shoulder. And as I do that, I've pushed my left foot firmly into the floor, and my bum has lifted a little bit off the floor. And then I round my back and I draw my armpit towards my knee. Lowering down, stretch your right leg long so it floats just above the floor. And again, draw your right knee in, draw it up towards your shoulder, feel your bum lift, and then round your back and draw your armpit towards your knee. Lower down. Stretch your right leg long. Bend your right knee towards your shoulder, and then armpit to your knee. And one more time. Stretch your right leg long, and then bend your knee. Armpit to your knee. Nice. Lower your arms down and bring your knee over your hip this time, slightly different angle. And then pushing your left foot down, lift your hips up off the floor. I want to bring my left foot a little bit closer. It was the wrong angle. So just feel that, lift your hips up. You can bend your elbows and really brace your elbows into the floor. And that'll actually give you much more connection and strength from your shoulders into your hips. You're just lifting your hips up and down, pushing your hips up towards the ceiling. Nice. Next time you rise, pause there. Either keep your knee bent or stretch your right leg long. And just feel that. Breathe into it. So drop your breath into that left hip. And if it feels like the stuff that's going on in your left hip is too strong, then come out of it a bit. So find where you can be in the sensations of your body. So deepen your breath into your left hip. Really be in your left leg. And if it's too strong, reverse. Nice. Lowering all the way down, land on the floor. Change. Reach both arms up towards the ceiling. Push your right foot down and draw your right knee up towards your left knee, up towards your left shoulder, and then around your back and bring your armpit towards your knee, lowering down. Stretch your left leg long and let it float. Draw your knee up towards your shoulder and lift your bum as you do that, and then round, lowering down, and stretch your leg long. And again, bend your knee up towards your shoulder, and then around, long. One last time. Bend your knee up towards your shoulder, round, all the way down. Bring your elbows to the floor, brace them into the floor. Bring your knee over your hip. I want to place my right foot in a better position for lifting, and then lift. Pushing into the front of the right hip, then lower down. Lift. Lowering down. Lift. Lowering down one more time. Lift and pause there. Stretch your left leg, up towards the ceiling. And breathe down into that right hip. Really drop your awareness, drop your focus, drop your breath. Be in your right leg and hip. Nice. Lowering all the way down, both feet to the floor. And just sway your knees from side to side. How cool. So roll all the way over and come up into your downward dog just for a moment. So all the way up, downward dog. Pushing your hands down, stretch your heels back, and just have a sense of really pulling back through your legs as you stretch. Some of you are asking, Yosef's finger is fine again and he's back playing cello. He cut his finger last week, so there was no cello for a few days. All is well. Nice. And then come sit on the floor with your legs long in front of you. And maybe be sideways on your mat, or it depends on where your screen is, of course, but sideways on your mat means that as you move, your knees will have support. So bring your feet so they're flat on the floor and your feet are maybe 2 feet apart. And then lean back and bring the soles of your feet together so that your heels are maybe 12 inches from your pubic bone, and just sit up tall. Have a sense of the length of your spine. So at different stages, we're going to be getting tall. So feel that here as you widen your shoulders, as you draw your chest forward, as you really lengthen up through the top of your head. What does tall feel like here? Can you breathe into your belly? Can you lengthen? Nice. Spiral that right leg. So you lift your right leg up. I lean towards the left. I lift the right leg up, and then I bring my right knee down beside my left foot. And again, just sit up really tall here. Breathing down into your belly. Nice. Bring your hands either side of that left knee, and then drop your nose down until it taps your left knee. And then straighten through your arms and pull your right elbow back and sit up really tall, pushing your hand into the floor as you draw your right elbow back. You have length in the torso. Bring your hand down, nose down to your knee. And this time either keep one hand on the floor or draw both elbows back. It's stronger into the waist. Nice. Reach forward, both hands to the floor. Again, maybe you have one hand on the floor. Maybe you have no hands on the floor. See what's right for you. If one hand is on the floor, then just reach the right hand up. If no hands are on the floor, reach both hands up. Find your length from your left sit bone, left buttock, left thigh, all the way up into your fingertips. Breathing into it, lengthening into it, lean into it. Okay, can you be in all these sensations right now? Nice. Bend your elbows, bring your hands to the floor, drop your nose down. One last time. Either elbow back, both elbows back, maybe one hand up, maybe both, and reaching up and find your length. Nice. Coming back, spiral so that your two soles of your feet are together, and to the other side. So spiral the left knee in, and then just sit up tall. Great. Bring both hands either side of that right knee. Bring your nose down to your knee, and either keep your hand on the floor or both hands on the floor, or draw your left elbow back. So we're progressively, you can choose how much hands you leave or on, both nose down, and draw both elbows back. Sit up really tall. Coming down, nose to the floor, both elbows back, both hands up, finding length. One hand up if you wish. Really lengthen. And then maybe no hands as you come down, or maybe both hands to the floor. And coming all the way up. Nice. Spiral, both feet together. Nice. So spiral the right knee in. So you're zigzag to the left. We're going to seaweed. So I'm really interested in this figure of 8 thing we started yesterday. So that as you go back, your hands drop and then they rise through the center. So it's like you're drawing a figure of 8 and your belly goes first. I'm really amazed at how connected our whole bodies are. So there's nothing stuck in your belly. Your belly is following your hands. Your chest is following your hands. There's this really smooth, deep, long feeling in your torso and your hands. But your arms are not alone. They are connected. Nice. Change. Both feet together. And then zigzag to the right. Seaweed arms. So fling down, rise up, fling down, doing a figure of 8. You can have one hand on the floor if you need. Make the movement as small as you need it to be, as big as you feel comfortable doing. So I was thinking about a story yesterday. I'll tell you a story. So I remember hearing about a coach. Come all the way back to center, both feet together, stretch both legs long, and then just come forward into a forward bend, just resting forward. And I'll continue with the story. You can bend your elbows, rest your head in your hands. You can bend your knees and wrap yourself forward. You can keep your legs straight. And so the first coach, he made the team really competitive, but they competed with each other as well. And they competed for attention, for being the best. They competed and they were insular units in a team. And so a new coach came and he said, okay, so I want you to race down there. So just lift your bum, rock from side to side. I better be doing stuff here. And so the new coach came and the coach said, oh, I want you to race down there and then come back. And he noticed that some people dashed out forward, literally knocking others out of the way. And other people straggled behind and were kind of disconnected. He said, we should all be together. This is a team. So bring the soles of your feet together. And so we're going to do back to front. So spiral your right knee in and then bring your left hand behind you. So it's like you're having a conversation with somebody to your left-hand side. And then you go, oh, look, there's a picnic over there. And so you reach your right hand back and you also bring it to the floor. And then you try and bring your forehead down in the direction of the floor. And then straighten your arms and bring your right hand off the floor. Bring your right hand down, drop your head down between your hands, rising up. And just feel the motion of that in your spine. Hand comes, both hands are back, head drops down. And so the new chef said that, coach said that everybody had to be together. So the really fast achieving ones slow down. And the ones who were kind of disconnected and disempowered and kind of demotivated were supported by everybody else and became better. So same in your body. You have certain places that work really well. And then you have a dodgy right knee. So let your team travel together. So slow your strong bits down so that all of you is working as a unit. Next time you go, maybe slide your right hand a little bit further and drop your head down, or maybe not. This will be really super strong into your rib cage. Maybe your head drops down as your hand reaches out, or maybe you just stabilize by having your hand pushing into the floor. Breathing into it. Remember, if it's too strong, come back. So how is your team right now in your body? Are you listening to that left shoulder right now, or have you just abandoned everything for the sake of the stretch? No. So reverse backwards and just make sure that everything is in wellness, not your deepest stretch of your right arm, but the most wholesome place for the whole of your body. What is that right now? Nice. Come all the way back up. Other side. So bring both feet together and then spiral your left thigh in. Bring your right hand behind you. And like you're having a conversation with somebody to the right. And then you go, oh, look, sandwich, you're going to eat the sandwich off your floor with your face. Bring both hands down and then drop your face down. Sometimes these stories don't work. So bring your left hand down, drop your nose down, munch, munch, sideways, and then drop your hand down, drop your nose down. So again, how is team you doing? Are you listening to the whole of you? Are you abandoning bits in the effort to get down? So wholesome whole body movement. Wholesome whole body sensations. One more time. As you drop down, maybe you slide your left hand further, maybe you don't. Again, not for the sake of competition that, oh, look what my arm can do. It's what is the rest of me doing also as I do this? Team you, how is it doing? Are you being wholesome? Is this a steady, progressive practice, or are you competing with yourself? Nice. Reverse. Come all the way back. Great. So lean over towards the left. Bring your hands down towards the floor. And whatever way you do, step back into your downward dog. So for me, I lift my bum and then I step back. Just take your time, do whatever you do. Step back into your downward dog. With your hands, they went left. Nice. And then now, sit your bum down and maybe end up back where you were with your left knee bent and your right foot standing. Maybe not. Other side. Lean. So my feet are close and I lean my right knee down towards the floor and I'm going to go right. Come all the way up into your downward dog on the right. Find the length of you, the stretch of you. And then bring your left foot, step it forward. Bend your right knee, drop your bum down. Come back to sit. One more time each side. Over towards the left, rising up into your downward dog. Bend your right knee a little bit and then turn your left toes a tiny bit outwards and then just feel like you can push your left leg deeply down and then lift your heel up. And push your heel down. My right knee is bent and I'm pushing my left heel down towards the floor. Push your heel down. Like the weight of your bum is traveling down into your heel. Other side. Bend your left knee nose. Turn your right foot a little bit out and then drop the weight down into that right heel. Down into your right heel. One more time. Down into your heel. Great. Step your right foot a little bit forward. Drop your left knee. Sit your bum down. Last of these. Over towards the right. So your right knee has fallen down. My left foot is still standing. And as I spiral, my left foot takes the weight of me. And then I step my right foot back and then my left foot back. Bend your right knee. Pull the left heel back. Bend the left knee. Pull the right heel back. When you turn your toes a little bit out, do you feel the weight of your body more or less? Or do you like having your toes pointing directly forward? Nice. From here, drop your knees to the floor. Step your right foot between your two hands. Nice. So you can stay with your knee on the floor, or you can turn your back toes and lift your back foot, knee off the floor. And then rising up, reach up towards the ceiling, lengthen through your whole body. And then down, touch the floor, reach your fingers back towards your hips. Rising up. Maybe your knee's on the floor, maybe your back leg is straight. And then down, fingers wide and long back behind you. One more time, rising up, interlock your fingers, and just open through your belly as you really bend your front knee. Nice, hands all the way down, step back. Other foot comes forward. So drop your knees to the floor, step your left foot forward. Maybe keep your knee on the floor. Maybe turn your back foot and stretch your back leg. And rise, reaching up, rising up. Nice, all the way down. Let your fingers touch the floor. Reach back towards your hips. Rise, reaching up, gliding up. One more time, all the way down. And this time when you rise, interlock your fingers, reach up towards the ceiling, get super long through your arms as you stretch into the back leg, as you bend your front knee. Super. Come all the way down, hands to the floor. Step back into your downward dog. Bring your knees to the floor and just do your cat pose. Rounding your back. Arching your back. Rounding your back. Arching. Bring your hands one handprint forward. Sit your bum back towards your heels. And then rock your hips forward, stretching out through the fronts of your hips. So squeeze your bum as you come forward. Then just rock forward and backwards, listening to your spine. So this is at walking pace. We're not in any way forcing our hips forward. It's not about flexibility. It's just mobilizing. Just bring your hips forward and bring your hips back. And there should be very little stretch in your back. There should be a stretch through the front of your hips. One more time. Wonderful. Sit your bum all the way back and rest into your child's pose. How do you rest? How do you pause? How do you stop? Feeling the sense of movement in your body, the sense of flow. Being in your breath, a sense of the movement of your blood, the movement of your nervous system, the movement of your muscles, and the sense of the deep of your breath really moving physically on the outside even. You are changing shape as you breathe. Really feel the hope molecules. You are one movement practice at a time, cultivating wellness in your life, creating islands of resource, really allowing regulation, down regulation of the nervous system, up regulation of your hope molecules. Just feel that, as we navigate our way through this January. And you just feel that turning up and being present is amazing. It brightens the way. Lovely, guys. So have a great day. I'm going to get myself together and go for a swim in the sea now. I'm looking forward to it. So nice. Be well. Oh yes, Connacht Tribune today, online edition. I think it's around €2, $1.95. Well worth buying. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Be well.